Hello, Divas, Diamonds, and Dolls. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Femininity with Momma Gail. Today, let's talk about the fourth thing that every feminine woman has to deal with. She has to deal with number one was her ego, number two was her attitude, number three was her mouth or her words, and number four is relationships from the past. The feminine woman, whether you have always been feminine or whether you're just starting the feminine journey or you're transitioning over from masculine into feminine and you're working on yourself now and starting the journey, blase, things of that nature. But your past relationships, you cannot take into trying to or being in relationship, seeking to date masculine men, flowing in masculine energy. Because what the feminine woman is looking for in feminine energy is her equal, her complement. Not somebody that's going to complete her, because we're never complete in each other, but complementing one another. Complements your energy. Someone who's able to flow in giving you what it is that you need as you are receiving what it is that you need, while you're giving to him the things that he needs. The feminine woman has gifts and treasures, and she is a blessing to her mate and who she is with. So we can't bring relationships from the past into a new walk, a new journey. We have to deal with and work on ourselves, as well as the things that we've endured or did not endure or did not get or did not compromise or did not do or we allowed to happen from relationships of the past. Every brother is not going to try to hurt you. And if you're looking for a different type of gentleman and you're just transitioning over into feminine energy, you cannot bring the negativity of the way that other brothers treated you, other gentlemen treated you when you were flowing in masculine energy. You're doing something new. You should not be dating the same type of guy who you've been dating, because you're always going to get the same results from the type of gentleman that you've chosen. So dating and relationships from the past, sometimes you have to pick up and think about dating a gentleman you would never date. The past couple of gentlemen who I have dated have been gentlemen who I would never have chosen to date. But they have been absolute gentlemen. Because when you're flowing in a different flow of energy, you're attracting a different type of guy. And you may call him a nerd. You may call him a square. You may call him everything except for what it is that you think you want. But the thing that you don't realize is that it's the nerd who ends up successful, who knows how to treat a woman, who's into whatever it is that he's doing, his studies, his work, his vocation, his career, his profession, his business, things of that nature, and coming home, being faithful, and doing what it is that you need or you are asking for. But because you've always dated someone from the past who's running around and you don't hear from 2-3 days and you don't know where he is, whether he got a whole wife on the other side of town because you don't know his real name, and dating from other states and things of that nature, you don't want the nerd. You want the gentleman that you have to chase and run around and look for and wonder where he is, and everybody wants him. And so changing relationships from the past, this is a part of that change. And the other part of the change is the type of gentleman that we dated, as far as the gentleman who was abusive in a sense. Not in a sense, just simply abusive, even if it wasn't physically abusive, just mentally abusive, verbally abusive, You're used to that. You can't bring and expect for a gentleman to treat you in order for you to feel satisfied the way that you felt from old relationships. Because for some reason, real talk, some of us have gotten comfortable in a gentleman treating us a certain type of way, and then you feel like the next guy doesn't love you or want you or really interested in you because he does not show you the same thing that the gentleman from the past did. And then there are some of us, we're just flat out spoiled. Me, myself, always been spoiled, want my way. But in this feminine journey, as I attract masculine gentlemen, I realize that it's not just about me. You gotta grow up, lady. You're over 50 years old and you're still spoiled. You still want the world to revolve around you. So the softness and the sweetness and the nurturing and being tender and attractive inside and out and things of that nature, that comes without question, being feminine. But I want the world to center and revolve around me. And that's not bringing something new, being willing to compromise into a relationship. So I had to deal with relationships from the past. The gentlemen who spoiled me, who were able to give me $1,000 to go shopping for a day, things of that nature. This is a new world, a new ball game, a new, thing. I can't bring the past relationships into the new. The things that some of us have experienced in past relationships are not only abusive, but the type of gentlemen that we've been attracted to. Feminine gentlemen who allow us to boss them around and box them upside the head mentally or verbally, things of that nature, hopefully not physically. You can't bring that type of energy, relationship into your new feminine journey. Because femininity is about receiving, being laid back to receive, not controlling and moving and demanding and things of that nature. The feminine woman is vulnerable in a sense. She is a soft kind of innocence in a sense. She's sensual. She's a sweet spot. She's the place where her man wants to come, rest, lay his head from all of the work and movement and chaos of the day. But if we're being selfish and caught up in who we are and the world revolving around us, then you don't have time to cater to be soft and sweet, to be a soft spot, a pillow, a place of rest, a sweet spot for your masculine man, because you're putting more trauma on top of his everyday drama. So we have to not bring the past relationships into this new walk. And the past relationships can be the way that a man treated you, the way that he touched you, the way that he sexed you, the way that he spent time with you. If you have a man who owns his business, he's working 10 hours a day, he does not and cannot and will not give you the time that old boy who was working at the DPW 4 hours a day was giving you the other 20 hours of the day. And now you're in this feminine journey dealing with this masculine, hard-working man, and you want him to spend at least 12 hours a day with you. You want to disrupt everything that he has to spend time with you. That's bringing the old relationship into your new walk. The type of gentleman that you choose may not be able to give you what you've received in the past. I had a friend who almost lost her marriage because there was a gentleman that she used to date, and he used to sex the world out of her. And I mean, he must have did some damage to her, because no matter what relationship she was in, she would sneak and creep and go and see this guy. So when she got married, she stopped seeing the gentleman until her husband wasn't able to give her, equal up to, equate to what it was that old boy from the past was giving her. And it wasn't until she almost lost the best thing, the faithful thing that she's ever had over old boy, because of the way he sexed her. So I say to you, young ladies, there are some relationships, things that we must let go of from the past. We must pick up in the new. Let go of in the new. Be willing to compromise in the new. New experiences in the new. And learn how to flow in feminine energy so that we can be in position to receive not only the blessing that is for us, but everything that comes along with it. Not just receive him, but get him, keep him, and hopefully marry him. But you can't bring your past relationships into the new. All of these prerequisites that a lot of the young ladies have, he gotta have this, he gotta have that, he gotta do this, he gotta do that. You're putting them in a box, and you're being unrealistic. So I'm not saying not to have standards, but stop bringing the old into the new. And even those little childish fantasies of what you think you should have and receive and things of that nature, you'll miss your blessing. You'll miss your gift. You'll get someone with everything that it is that you require, and he ends up being a beast, abusive, narcissistic, but he met your requirements. So the past relationships, yeah, we can't bring those into the new. You forming as you go, moving with your choice, or who chooses you as you go. Don't bring your past relationships into your future. They'll mess you up. This is Femininity with Momma Gail. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Divas, Diamonds, and Dolls. Have a blessed day.